Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1931st edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Good evening, traders. This video is coming at you on a Sunday night for Trading Sunday/Monday. That is April 29th, 2019. Before we get started, you must recognize that this business is very risky. In fact, I was really terrible last week, traders. My sincere apologies. You know, in plain English, I just completely sucked at this game last week. For instance, on Friday, I had 72 full points profit built into a Nasdaq position, and me and my OMNI didn't catch more than 47 of those points. And what we caught in the Nasdaq, we gave away by not taking profits fast enough in S&P and Russell. I absolutely sucked. I was terrible last week. My apologies, traders. It had nothing to do with you. I was not fast enough. I aimed on using my Jack Dempsey style where we hit and run, and you can blame it on me last week, traders. I was absolutely terrible. I promise you this, I will be lightning fast this week. I will not be terrible, and we will catch some of this. Now, let me explain what's going on. So you know there's risk in this game, right? Very risky. Make sure that you always put stops in, and if we didn't have stops in last week, it would have been extremely expensive. Moving forward, I will tell you this, it's not that I'm doing a bad job analyzing the markets. I'm a very good analyst. It's that markets are doing opposite of what you'd expect from tried and true formations over the last 5 to 10 days. Basically because the market is in this insane run up right now, and it just doesn't want to hear anything about downward signals. You know what I mean? It is just in this run. In fact, the run really is this far. It has just been in a run for some time. And when you get bearish signals, they don't last for a couple of hours. They don't last a day anymore. So, in fact, let me just show you. Let me just pull this down here so you can get a cleaner view of what I'm talking about. See this right here? And then we tighten it up just a little bit. And here is basically what we've stayed in for weeks now. And I'll tell you what, this is defying any formations that point to the downside. Let me change these red lines, or these orange lines, to something a little darker so that you can see it. This is the run I'm talking about inside these black lines, and this run has literally wreaked havoc on technical analysis if it ever points to the downside. I've had bearish omnis with bear flags like this one here, and it went up instead of down. In other words, here's a bear flag. Right? I'll just be very quick. Just showing you how analysis lately just isn't working correctly. Doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way. I've been through many periods like this in my trading career. This is one of them where analysis can fake you out. You had what looked to be a bear flag building right here. Let's make it blue so we're consistent. That bear flag, instead of producing a down move, produced an up move. You had many formations like that so far along this move. And I'll tell you right now, when we take the sell signals, it is costly. Now, I cannot avoid taking sell signals because when this run that's been going up like this, when this run stops, if we're in the mindset that we don't take sell signals anymore, we'll never catch the downside. By the time we get in, it'll be miles away from us. So we will stay steadfast to calling the analysis the way it calls itself. But I will tell you, using analysis last week, I was absolutely terrible. My apologies, kids. It was costly, I know. My bad. We will do much better this week. We will be much faster this week. No excuses at all. The only excuse that I have for you is this. This is my only excuse for last week. Personally, I suck. But we'll get past that. I promise you, this is my 38th year, and there's a lot of you who hang around me every day, and it's not because I'm terrible at this game. But I was last week, and I am not going to forget that. It is on my mind. I will work very diligently this week to make that go away. So, where are we? Emini S&P at what could have been a double top, right? In fact, if you take away Friday's bar, you'd have to assume that you're failing at the double top right here, right? You would think that that's a failure because you stopped cold before you got there and had a 2-day drop. But nope. The market didn't want to hear any of that and went straight up on Friday and is now challenging the double top. That's your Emini S&P. Stick with me on this. Let's go out to the Russell. Looking at the Russell 2000, another take away the bar that existed on Friday before it happened. You look at that and you say, okay, the Russell hit its double top right there and backed off. So now we have a double top failure. So I went for it on Friday. And you know what happened? I was absolutely incorrect. I went for that on Friday. It did not work. And as it turns out now, the market rallied up. So here we are looking at challenging that double top again. Oscar, are you going to call a double top for the third time? 2 times you were wrong last week. Will you call it again? Well, let's take a look. Here's what happens next. The Nasdaq has shown no respect at all whatsoever for the double top. In fact, the double top should have been the height of this red bar. It blasted through the double top to the fact or the point that if you ask me, you know what's above this double top now? This, if you ask me, is a bull flag. Built right above the double top. I think that is a bull flag. It's right above the double top. And look at what happened on Friday. It almost came down to test the double top high, which would be right there. It almost came down on Friday to test that double top high and then took off and went to the top of what I call now a bull flag. So if you've got Nasdaq in a bull flag showing zero respect above the double top, Russell and Emini S&P should follow in suit. So we are going with the buy Omni for trading on Sunday and Monday. We will be buying dips in Emini S&P, Russell, and or Nasdaq if we can get them. But there's one more chart I wanted to show you. Look at this one. You've seen this before. Align Technologies, ALGN. Now watch this bad boy. See the 200 ball moving average, which is this blue line right here? Look what happens to ALGN, or Align Technologies, when you break the 200 ball moving average. Not only do you break hard, look at this gap that opened up. Boom! Serious breakdown below the 200 ball moving average. Well, last week I showed you ALGN and said I'm starting to love this, and look what it's done now. It's blasting off above the 200 ball moving average. It is now getting above what was a support resistance channel in this orange channel. So now we're going to make it slightly smaller, you know, nice and thin so it's not in the way. Love the blast off over the 200 bar moving average. Love ALGN, looks fantastic for trading on Monday. Traders, please subscribe to my YouTube videos because you know what? I really don't suck at this. I'm really good at this. Not every week is going to be a perfect week when you trade the markets for 38 years like I have, but most of our weeks, months, and years, thank you to the Omni, turn out to be okay. Please subscribe to my videos now at www.youtube.com/futures analysts. Join me at livewithoscar.com. Make sure you hang out with me in my free live trading room. I will give out ALGN as a free room trade for trading on Monday. Free room trade, ALGN. That one is on me, kids. If you show up here, I will give you ALGN and show you where we're going to buy it and how we're going to look to capitalize on this nice blast off above the 200 ball moving average. Traders, remember, join me at livewithoscar.com. Come in for your free room trade in ALGN tomorrow. And remember to keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help keep those emotions at bay is place your stops first. Don't suck as bad as Oscar did last week. And say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders. I will see you all in my free trading room at livewithoscar.com.